Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Media and Information Literacy class. I am Sir Reymus, and I am very excited to bring you today's lesson. So set your mind, brace yourselves, and be ready as we explore the world of media and information literacy. Today, we will talk about what is communication and the different models of communication. Let's figure them out together. Are you ready? Because I am ready, so let's get it on. Let us look at these images. Are you familiar with this? I know you have an idea. That's right. Those images are somehow related to communication. These are YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and other social media platforms that can help us to communicate with other people. What is communication? According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, communication is the process of using words, sounds, signs, or behaviors to express and exchange information with other people. Another definition of communication from Cambridge Dictionary, it is the exchange of information and expression to communicate with other people with understanding. We have 6 different communication models. The first one is the Maxwell's communication model. The second communication model is Shannon-Weber communication model. Next one, we have the Wesleys and McLean's model of communication. The fourth one, we have the Gertner's model of communication. The fifth one, we have the Osgood-Scramb model of communication. And the last model is we call Burdos smcr model of communication. Let us discuss the first one, which is Maxwell's communication model. This model is also known as the action, linear, or one-way model of communication. It was developed in 1948 by the communication theorist Harold Dwight Lasswell. Harold Dwight Lasswell is an American political scientist who describes communication as an act which answers the following questions. 1. Who is the communicator? 2. Says what message? 3. In which channel or medium did the message pass? 4. To whom the message should be delivered? And 5. With what effect, result does the message impact to the sender and receiver? It is regarded as one of the most influential communication models because it's about the process of communication and its function to the society. Now, this is the Lasswell's communication model diagram. In this model, some advantages can be noted as easy and simple. It also suits for all types of communication, but some disadvantages were not also mentioned, such as feedback from the receiver and the noise which may happen to the sender to the receiver. The second model is the Shannon-Weber's communication model. This model is also known as the mother of all models. It was developed by Claude Shannon, an American mathematician, and Warren Weber, an electronics engineer. This model elaborates on the following elements. 1. The sender. 2. Encoder. 3. Noise. 4. Decoder. And 5. Receiver. This is the Shannon-Weber communication model diagram. This model shows communication between the sender and a receiver while considering the noise that may affect the message. The third model is the Bruce Wesleys communication model. This model was proposed by Bruce Wesley, a teacher at the University of Wisconsin, Madison, and Malcolm S. McLean Jr., a director of the University of Journalism School. This is the diagram of Bruce Wesley communication model. This communication model identifies the communication does not begin when human talks, rather when the human respond to his or her physical environment. The response is done whenever a message has been received based on their awareness and understanding. The model was believed to have two contexts, interpersonal and mass communication. They only differ in the feedback. The interpersonal context has direct and fast feedback, whereas the mass communication receives indirect and slow feedback. The fourth model is the Gerdner's communication model. This model proposed two dimensions of the communication process, the perceptual dimension and the means and control dimension. This is the Gerdner's communication model diagram. And the fifth model of communication is Osgood's Scrum model. This communication model is a two-way street with a sender and a receiver, which requires two participants taking turns to send and receive messages. The theories behind this model were Charles Egerton Osgood and Wilbur Schramm. The elements are as follows: the sender, the message, the receiver, and the semantic barriers. And this is the Osgood and Schramm communication model. And the last communication model is the Burdos SMCR model of communication. This model of communication has four main components: source, message, channel, and receiver, which describes the communication process. These components can be affected by many factors. This is the Burdos SMCR communication model. Now, let us enumerate the 6 different models of communication. 1. Laswell's model. 2. Shannon Weaver's model. 3. Wesley's and McLean's model. 4. Gerdner's model. 5. Osgood and Schramm model. And 6. The Burdos SMCR model. In addition to the 6 models of communication, we have this model called the Publicity Model. This model shows the audience as spectators rather than receivers or participants, like the Facebook user who posts in his or her Facebook timeline who awaits his or her friends to like or react. Now, let us check what you have learned about our topic by answering the following question on your notebook. Let us evaluate your level of mastery by answering the following question on your notebook. For your additional learnings, in a short bond paper, draw a scenario that portrays how the student communicates with his family. Label it with the following communication elements: sender, encoder, message, decoder, receiver, noise or barrier, feedback, then paste your output on your notebook. Congratulations, you made it! Once again, I am Sir Reymus, leaving you this reminder. There is only one rule for being a good talker. Learn to listen. Kamsahamnida. See you next time.